Equestrian sporting stars are like all athletes. They need to be healthy and subject to the best possible welfare standards. What makes equestrian athletes unique in professional sport is that horses can't explain if and when they're not feeling at their best. And it is their human partners and team members who need to read all of those signs and react accordingly. The range of therapeutic options open to them is varied and almost always based on human sports medicine.
Massage has been around for years and years. I think it's just been adapted to horses fairly recently, really. It's sports massage, so same as human massage, just on horses. Exactly the same techniques and everything, just their different muscle structure. And also I use stretching techniques as well. It works by increasing blood circulation to the area, and you're breaking down adhesions or sort of where the fibres are stuck together, any kind of damage to the fibres, which can be from stress and strain or bad posture, anything like that, sort of overworking. So with the horses, if they're overtrained or something like that, that can cause sort of damage within the muscles. It's not massive pressure or anything like that, it's just using the techniques for sort of breaking down the frictions and things like that, rather than, you don't really want to use big heavy duty sort of techniques really. It's more gentle. It's definitely more of a preventative, works much better as a preventative. So using it sort of ideally treating a horse once every 4 to 6 weeks on a prevention, and then you can stop the injuries happening in the first place. And so that side of it is much more than actually treating an injury as such. I've been qualified for about 10 years now, but it was fairly new then. It is still fairly new, and it hasn't quite got the recognition that physiotherapy, those sort of things that are sort of more veterinary based, and it's just sort of getting people the idea that being a preventative treatment rather than treating an injury when it's happened. I think that's a big thing of it, and a way of sort of promoting it within the equine world. I get referred from a rider, an instructor, anyone like that sees a problem with the horse, and then I go out. I have to get veterinary permission before I even see the horse, so make sure I do that beforehand, and then do a full medical history, as with humans, take down details, age, sort of what the horse has been doing, competition-wise, riding-wise, and then what the rider's been feeling. So if the horse is, difficult to canter one way, or goes disunited, or comes out more in the morning stiff from the stable, anything like that. So take all that down, and then I see the horse. I look at the horse while it's standing, feel all its muscle structure and see what I'm feeling through my hands. And then I also see the horse move, so walk up in a straight line, walk back, trot up in a straight line, trot back, and then also on a tight circle to see how the back's moving and how the hind legs are moving underneath them. Yeah, places that they hurt, but also unevenness in muscles. So if you're looking at your horse from behind, is their rump sort of level? Is their muscle wastage more on one side than the other side? And then even down the shoulders, the muscle structure, has it wasted? Is it wasted more on one side than the other side? And then when they're moving the same, first of all, are they sound? Are any lameness issues? And then how the foot falls, sort of foot placement, and whether the head nods at all, and then looking from the back again through their sacroiliac joint, the big joint at the top of the rump, whether there's movement through there when they're moving, and is it even? Is one side moving more than the other side? So anything like that. And also a lot of it comes from the way the horse is looking. Its coat, is it starey, is it dull, are its eyes bright, where are its ears? And the same when I'm treating them, I'm always looking at their ears, at their eyes, see where they're looking, and if they're looking at me, looking sort of round at me as if to say, what are you doing? And that's when you sort of feel that if there's a sore spot, they'll sort of come round at you biting, and a back leg might kick out at you. So you're sort of always aware of what's happening all the time, really. It's not a short-term sort of treatment at all. That's what I try and sort of stress to owners, that it is something that's got to be done ideally 2 weeks later, depending on the severity of the problem, and then if they can keep it up once a month, once every 6 weeks, that's the best way to use massage. I think the dressage world is sort of more open to ideas, and they definitely use massage more than sort of the other disciplines. But also from the horse's point of view, the dressage horses probably work in that more explosive type of movements. So they're back on their hindquarters a lot more, using their hamstrings a lot more. More and more people, I mean, Carl Hester's horses, they get massaged. So when people like that use it, I think it's very good for our profession, and then the lower levels will start using us, and hopefully from that point of view the horses will be better as well. The rider will afterwards feel the horse is much more relaxed, much more soft, and just going much better. You can also sometimes see it in the horse as well. If you get a horse that's very, very tense, and then you go, if I go back a week or 2 weeks later, they just look a lot more relaxed and a lot happier. The stride length will increase, and they'll carry themselves a lot more, and anything like that, sort of even jumping wise, they'll be freer in their jump, and just able to use their hind legs a lot more, really. Because it increases circulation, it helps with the digestive system and all their systems, really. So from the competition horses out on the road all the time, it's definitely advantageous for them to have some kind of therapy. And they're sort of pleased to see me then as well, because they know I'm going to do some good. So they definitely know the benefits of it and feel it. It's worked in the human side. You know, they're always trying new things and new ideas, and it's just sort of adapted to the equine world, really. At the end of the day, the horses are our sport, they're our athlete, really. We've got to do everything we can to keep them on the road and keep them healthy and fit.